From the station that's on your side, you're watching News 19 at 7.
And good evening now. Thanks for being with us. We begin tonight with more fallout from that decision to stop construction of 2 reactors at the VC Summer plant in Fairfield County. Tonight, the county council there is holding a special called meeting on the issue, and people are not happy. News 19's Lauren Thomas is there tonight. And Lauren, I understand area residents had a chance to sound off on that decision tonight, right?
Yes, JR. About 3 people got up to speak today just to voice their opinion about the abandonment of construction at the VC Summer nuclear plant. This was not in the plan tonight for the county council special called meeting, but county said, hey, you know what? They've heard a lot of concerns about this, so they wanted to give people a chance to speak. And a couple dozen people came out to the meeting. Council was able to give a couple statements about their disappointment in the 2 companies abandoning construction there at the nuclear site. But Diana Robinson, who worked at VC Summer for 3 years in administration, she got up to speak and explained what happened that day.
As the employees, you know, they were not given any notice. They were just told to grab their stuff, walk off the site with 2 big trash bags, one to drop their badges in and one to drop their parking passes in. No way to help with families that didn't have any benefits as of midnight that day. And people coming as far as Alaska to come to this project with the promise that this was going to go forward for the next 4 or 5 years. Now they have nothing, and we're left, you know, with just an empty bag, just like Bill Smith had said.
Now, there were talks of optimism as well, and that's why County Council is in this executive session now discussing what's next for the county. Now, they do plan to discuss the fee in lieu agreement that they had with VC Summer in that executive session. No word on if they're going to make any decisions coming from this meeting, but right now there is some optimism in the air. Reporting live in Fairfield County, Lauren Thomas, News 19, WLTX.
Lauren, thank you. Even though it's only been 2 days since those layoffs were announced, some former employees already packing up and leaving. Just 11 miles from the plant, News 19's Sonia Gutierrez found an RV trailer park in Pomeria where folks were packing to leave and the local shops bracing for impact.
Found this in the door and every one of all these RVs up and through here.
Whoever left these flyers.
Are you an experienced MIG, TIG, or stick welder? And it gives a deal where you can go apply for a job.
Knew that almost every single one of these RVs or trailer homes belonged to a former employee of the VC Summer plant.
Yeah, come on.
Leighton Spicer came here from Florida with the promise of 5 to 6 years of work.
And we got 9 months out of it. It was a slap in the face to us. You know, you got a good paying job here, and now you don't have nothing.
He's already gotten used to the country life out in Pomeria, Newberry County.
Do all our grilling and chilling right here.
This week, he's packing up his bags and hitting the road back to Florida.
They give us a piece of paper and told us that we could file for unemployment.
While he plans to look for another job instead, those staying behind are wondering how they'll make up for all the revenue that's leaving with them.
Well, you're starting to see some slowdown periods. A lot of them are in and out saying goodbyes and packing up.
Jimmy Wilson anticipates to lose 15% of his business.
Because we're so close, you know, we'd hate for that plant just to lay there, you know, and go by the wayside.
His family grocery store has been around for 3 generations.
We seen the first nuclear reactor built. You know, town was booming, done well at that time, and those people moved out after construction was finished, but nothing exactly like this.
With all his experience, believe Mr. Wilson when he says,
we've survived a long time and we'll be okay.
The little country store.
You're all right, Jimmy, come on.
Is going to make it. Sonia Gutierrez, News 19 WLTX.
And over at the State House today, members of the newly formed Energy Caucus said someone needs to be fired over all of this. The caucus also says SCE&G customers should get a refund for all the money they paid in over the years for construction of those reactors. Lawmakers say they're going to ask the Public Service Commission to deny SCE&G's request to charge customers billions of dollars over a 60-year period to recoup billions lost on the failed project.
And what I think is unfair is that we're watching the ratepayers pay a lot, we are watching workers lose their jobs, and we are seeing people saying that our company is going to continue to make great profit off this. That is a very concerning issue for me. That profit is being earned by a law that we, the South Carolina General Assembly, passed. That is the issue that we have to deal with. We enabled this consequence to be put on the ratepayers, and we have to fix it.
And lawmakers are not the only ones looking for answers and accountability here. We've learned tonight that the Public Service Commission is considering allowing Friends of the Earth and the Sierra Club access to some SCE&G information about the VC Summer Project. Today, the commission gave SCE&G and Sierra Club and Friends of the Earth 21 days to file briefs. After that time, the Public Service Commission could allow those groups to inspect SCE&G's company documentation and request prior written communications between the power company and their contractors. While many say they were surprised by the news this week, others saw it coming. Watchdog groups have been keeping a close eye on VC Summer. The executive director of the Office of Regulatory Staff says there were red flags before Monday's announcement.
The red flag began December 27th, 2 or 3 months, I guess, before, 3 months before the actual bankruptcy, when Toshiba issued the press release about the financial issues and about them putting off their earnings call because of it. That's when the big red flag came up. We had a good agreement, and we had what we was a good path forward if Westinghouse honored the contract.
The Office of Regulatory Staff will now have to determine if the decision to abandon the construction was prudent, meaning they need to determine if SCE&G was acting with care and thought for the future. And now that thousands of people are out of a job, what are the next steps as they move forward? Here's News 19's Kayla Bennett tonight.
For those that are really impacted emotionally, it's been a ride.
More than 5,000 people are still trying to wrap their heads around the news they received Monday. SCE&G and Santee Cooper are abandoning construction at the VC Summer nuclear plant.
The announcement was unexpected for most people.
But now they are left with a lingering question. What's next?
The biggest thing really is just making sure that everybody receives what they're looking for.
The state's Department of Employment and Workforce says its 3 work centers have seen at least 300 people who were laid off from the VC Summer Project. SC Works is helping those unemployed with their benefits, as well as helping them think about their next steps in the job search.
But the key thing for us is making sure that they understand this is a temporary situation.
Ken Sales with SC Works says they are working with municipalities and employers, trying to find out who is hiring.
We want them to be empowered, and the biggest thing right now is if we don't react or be proactive, we're going to just react to the situation. So we're taking the lead here. We're really focused on trying to create an opportunity for them to be empowered.
When thinking about their next steps, many people may be worrying about how to pay their bills. The State Housing Authority is helping South Carolinians pay their mortgage.
This is a program that can step in and assist people temporarily.
Clayton Ingram with the Housing Authority says they'll help pay the mortgage for 2 years or up to $36,000, whichever comes first.
And for most people, that's going to be enough to bridge them over that time of hardship. They'll be employed again, so we want to help them over that time where they're having a little bit of trouble.
Both Sales and Ingram understand how difficult these times are, but they believe those without a job will get back on their feet quickly. Kayla Bennett, News 19 WLTX.
And SC Works is holding a job fair for the laid-off VC Summer construction workers. That's going to take place Tuesday, August 22nd at Our Lady of the Lake Catholic Church in Chapin from 11 until 3. If you would like to find out if you qualify for mortgage help, you can go ahead and visit schelp.gov. Authorities in the Lowcountry have made an arrest now in connection with the shooting deaths of a married couple off of Park Lane Road here in Columbia. Berkeley deputies arrested this man, 43-year-old Ricardo Middleton of Moncks Corner. 40-year-old Aaron Collins and his wife, 46-year-old Sydney Collins, died in that shooting last Thursday night. Investigators say the shooting deaths were a result of an argument between Mr. Collins and Middleton. Middleton is being held tonight at the Richland County Jail. There is no word yet on a bond hearing. Newberry police say a man strangled his own brother to death after a fight. Officers were called to Holloway Street for a family dispute. When they got there, they found 48-year-old Mark Graham dead. His brother, Joseph Graham, was found with a stab wound. Police say when he's released from the hospital, he's going to be taken to jail and charged with murder. Casey police need your help in finding a suspected burglar who broke into the Brooklyn Casey High School. They say the break-in happened earlier this week. A golf cart and electronics were stolen from the school. The suspect has a tattoo on his left arm. As he fled the scene, he got away on a moped. If you have any information on who this person is, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. DHEC says the demolition on Hudson Street in West Columbia can continue now. They stopped that work yesterday. They did this after residents raised concern there may be hazardous materials in the homes that were being demolished. DHEC has since been at the site and the city has been given the okay to move forward. The space and several other homes nearby will be demolished and turned into a parking garage near the Congaree River. Still ahead tonight, football practice continues for colleges across the state. We're going to check in with the Gamecocks and with the Bulldogs of SC State in just a moment.